name is Granny Annie, and I'm kin to Bubba Joe, Billy, Bobette. I'm his Granny, Granny Annie, Bobette, and she wants me to come and say a few things on what I think is what's happening in America today. But I'm very concerned about what's going on. You know, I lived a long time helping with this country. I've worked my way up. I was a school teacher for many, many years. When I taught school, there was only 6 grades and not 12. We were smarter back then and got our education in half the time. You can look at our children now and kind of understand that. Well, again, I was a teacher for a brief period of time, kindergarten through the 6th grade, and I sold shoes. I could pick out a pair of shoes walking down someone's feet, just walking down the sidewalk and tell them, "Excuse me, but you wear a size 5.5 E." E for extra wide. But anyway, through all this time, through thick and thin, the Depression, we had just made our last car payment when the Depression hit. Therefore, unlike some of our friends, we still had a vehicle, and some friends lost everything they had. My husband worked, he was a carpenter. We both worked, put our children in school, never got anything from the government, paid in our taxes. Now I understand something about the American people and those of us who don't pay taxes being victims. Well, in a way that is true. I don't pay in taxes anymore. I paid in my taxes when I was younger and reached a certain age that I no longer pay in taxes because I don't get enough from Uncle Sam to constitute me paying in taxes. The money that I'm getting on Social Security, as far as I understand, I've already paid the taxes on that money. But I'm pretty sure that if I look at my check, they're taking out more. But anyway, again, those of us who don't pay in taxes, and especially as seniors, are victims of Obama's government. I am terrified, honest to God, terrified of Obamacare, because I know that the way it is now, I can go and see my doctor with Medicare, but with Obama care, it seems that those of us who are at a certain age will be on the bottom of the list as far as seeing the doctor. And the doctors may not take our insurance that Mr. Obama wants us to have, which is very sad. You know, I am very fortunate that I'm at 86, and I'm very healthy. You know, I still get out, I still drive, and I go to church and, you know, teach Sunday school. But, you know, it's one of those things that, again, I'm very concerned about the young people that's coming up in the government nowadays. Well, if those of them who are young enough and capable of working are not paying in taxes and therefore paying into Social Security, well, then I don't understand how the program can continue. It has nothing to do with the working people now, except those who are not paying in taxes, who are able to pay in taxes. How about those Hispanic people that are here in the country illegally? They don't pay in taxes, yet they are working. I'm sure, or they would not be in this country. for nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. They are. They come in and they take our jobs, those young people's jobs, and they are not paying in taxes, yet they are able to claim unemployment, welfare, food stamps, and yet they have never paid anything into the system to be qualified for those programs. And I'm sorry, but I don't understand about you young whippersnappers in the government. Are you not college educated young men and women? Can you not do the math? You know, like I said, 6th grade was the longest that we had when I was a young person myself, and I was at one time, I'm pretty sure. But why can't you people in the government understand that if a certain percentage of the country paying in taxes should not have to bear the burden of those who do not pay taxes? We understand that there's a legitimate portion of us who legitimately don't pay taxes, and again, because we paid our share in when we were younger and we were working. And one of the things that about President Obama, Mr. Obama, excuse me, but I got new braces and they're bothering me, and I paid for this out of my cat food fund. Oh, Miss Kitty. Oh, Miss Kitty. Hello, Miss Kitty. Oh, Miss Kitty. Oh, hello, Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty, she is my friend. She is my companion. Aren't you, Miss Kitty? Well, with Obama, if he gets in another 4 years, it's going to be a tough time for me and Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty does not understand that I will probably be eating some of her cat food because I won't be able to afford my medication and the food that I like to eat. I know, Miss Kitty, it is very sad, isn't it? Yes, it is. And oh, Miss Kitty, you're just so sweet. But you know, it's very sad that I would have to share Miss Kitty's food. And if it gets bad enough, Miss Kitty herself. Oh, no, Miss Kitty. I was kidding, Miss Kitty. To those of you young women in America, do not fall for Mr. Obama. We know that he is not for the women. We know that the Democrats are not all what they're cut out to be. They're immoral people. They are. Mr. Obama is a confused young man. And the young ladies, listen to me. Listen to Granny Annie. Obama is not what he's saying. He is not for the women. The Republicans are not against the women. They want to make it a better country for you young ladies. I've known women who are affected by the economy, and it bamboozled me that Mr. Obama, Mr. President, does not see that. He acts like it's only the men in this country who's been affected by the layoffs. But if you have a husband and wife that have both been laid off and now have part-time jobs, you have two people making one full-time income in a household that used to have two full-time incomes. And young ladies, if you want to do some hanky-panky, pay for it out of your own pocket. It shouldn't have to come out of my family's working pocket. Take care of yourself. Or don't have hanky-panky. That's the way we did it in my day. No hanky-panky. If you can't afford to pay for your hanky-panky, then you shouldn't have hanky-panky. That's what I got to say. This is Granny Annie. God bless America. God bless. I know, Miss Kitty. God bless Miss Kitty. God bless America. Mr. Obama, you have had your chance. You said that if things weren't better, that you would step down and not run for a second term. One more lie on you, Mr. Obama. On the many, many, many lies that you've told. I happen to have voted for you in the last election. I'm ashamed to say, isn't that right, Miss Kitty? I've cried many days. Because you said change and hope and change. Well, I don't see it. There's no hope. There's no hope for change with you, Mr. Obama. Less government, you said, and I'm like, yes, yes, less government. You have given us nothing but more government. You spent most of your time in office farting around with that Obamacare thing, with that ugly Polinsky woman who said, we don't know what's in it. Pass it, then we'll know. Pass it, and then we'll know. What kind of monarchy is that? Well, enough for me today. Maybe tomorrow I'll have some more, or later. I don't know. I just, it's time for that for me and Miss Kitty. Thank you for your time, America. God bless everyone. God bless us, Miss Kitty. God bless. Thank you.